for joining us once again here at the CSC Garage as we continue building the ultimate TT250 Enduro riding machine. Today we're going to be looking at a simple upgrade that's often overlooked, and that is the spark plug. We're going to be installing the name brand NGK Spark Plug to replace the stock spark plug in this TT250. We're going to do so with the use of one simple tool, an 18mm socket. Let's get started. So we're going to remove the cap from the spark plug, use our 18mm socket to loosen it. And as we take the spark plug out, it's always a good time to inspect the spark plug. You're going to make sure things aren't burning too rich with a dark area. You want it to make sure it's not too lean where it would be too white. This spark plug is really new. This is a new bike, only has a few miles on it, so this is a really clean spark plug. We don't really get much of a reading off of it, but it's always a good time to inspect when you have one out. If you have a gap tool, you're going to want to make sure and verify that we're at somewhere close to 0.711 millimeters, 0.7 millimeters. And I'm going to slide that in. And I can see I'm right there. I'm really close to it, just right out of the box. Most of these are gapped at the right spot for this machine. One thing I like to do whenever I'm installing a new spark plug is just put a little anti-seize on the threads of the plug. It doesn't take much. A dab will do you. And I can even use a towel to kind of smear that around a little. Doesn't have to coat the threads. You want to make sure you don't get any on the electrode, but it'll make removal easier down the road. And the spark plug doesn't need to be that tight. I kind of tighten it by hand down to a seated position. I'll use the ratchet just a little to work it down a little bit more. When I feel it seated, maybe a quarter more turn, and that's it. I'm not cranking down on it. I just want that washer to seal on the mating surface, and then I can replace the cap. Now, while we have our attention on the spark plug, there is one quick test for spark. It's a visual inspection. You check it by removing the cap. Once again, removing the spark plug. I'm then going to reattach the cap to the plug while it's out of the engine. Make sure it's got a secure connection. I'm going to hold the rubber piece, make sure you don't touch the end or it will shock you. I'm going to use the engine to ground it. And then when I hit the starter button, I should see spark. And we do have good spark. Thanks for joining us here once again at the CSC Garage, where we're all about fun you can afford, especially when it comes to performance upgrades on your motorcycle. We want you to continue following us so we can see the ultimate TT250 Enduro riding machine build. And until next time, enjoy the ride.